So yesterday I started looking at a passage from Ephesians chapter 3, verses 16 and 17. And in this passage, Paul is basically interceding on behalf of the church at Ephesus. And I was saying that we can use this, I think, as a pattern for how we pray for other people, specifically how we pray for the people that we love, and really pray for the people that we're burdened about. And so yesterday, the first part of it in verse 16 said that we could pray that they would be strengthened with power through the Spirit in the inner man, that they would be strengthened by the power of the Spirit in their inner man so that they could face whatever life holds at them. And then today in verse 17, and he prays that Christ would dwell in your hearts through faith. So the other thing we need to pray about also is that they would be strengthened with power in the inner man, and then that Christ would dwell in their hearts through faith. That Christ would make his residence in their lives and in their hearts. That they would have the faith that they could believe the gospel and that Christ would come in and that he would make his home in their lives and in their hearts. As I've studied this word, it has a little different nuance as well. It's not just that he would live there, but really the idea is that he would be at home there, right? You know, there's very few places that I am at home. I actually lived in a place before I moved down to this area. I lived in a place and lived there for 3.5 years, I think. I never felt at home. It never felt like home. It wasn't home. But here, I feel like I'm at home. I feel like I'm at home when I'm at my parents' house, obviously, because that was my home. But there are very few places that I really just feel at home. But that's the idea behind this, that Christ would feel at home in their lives. Pray that Christ would live in their lives through faith, that they would have the faith that would bring Christ into their life. And not only that, but then that Christ would be at home in their lives, to walk with them in every way. I'm reminded of the story in Genesis when the Lord and a couple of the angels came down and they went to Abraham's house, or his tent, I guess you could say. They went to Abraham's tent and they had a meal with him. They sat down. They were at home with him. They were there and they were going to tell him of something that the Lord was there to tell him of something that he was about to do. But it just amazed me that God was at home in Abraham's tent. I want Christ to be at home in my life. Pray that Christ would be at home in the lives of the people you love. It'll make all the difference in the world. Hey, God bless you guys. Have a great weekend. Get out there and pray today. Love you. Bye.